To pray for the mountain god's protection, the villagers offered a young girl as its bride. When a cold wind blew, they fled in fear, leaving the girl to step out of the wedding sedan alone. She was shocked to find she had transmigrated. Just then, the underworld goddess told her she had been trapped in a dead person's body. Only by accumulating enough merit could she move on to her next life. Then the goddess bestowed 3 items upon her: a bracelet with a portable space, an encyclopedia that could identify anything, and a gorgeous gown. She warned the girl to accumulate merit quietly. Once discovered, all her efforts would be wasted. Before the girl could ask what merit meant, a sword was pressed to her neck. The soldiers surrounded her and demanded to know her origins. The girl pretended to surrender, but the next moment, she vanished. As the soldiers stood confused, she suddenly reappeared behind them and attacked. It turned out that the girl had hidden in the space with the bracelet. Caught up in her triumph, she didn't notice one soldier getting back up. He slashed her arm and raised his sword again. At that moment, a general charged over and killed him. The girl hurried to thank him, but the general also pressed a sword to her neck and asked who she was. She claimed to be a villager from below the mountain, yet her gorgeous gown made him distrust her. Only when his guard confirmed she didn't breathe like a trained fighter did he lower his sword. It turned out the general led a rebel army. His family had guarded the border for generations, but the emperor falsely accused and executed them, sending soldiers to hunt down the surviving general. The general apologized to the girl and ordered his guard to escort her down the mountain. Touched by his sincerity, the girl kindly warned him there would be heavy rain for the next 3 days. This made the guard suspect she was a mountain spirit. Yet the general didn't believe it and decided to proceed with the battle as planned. The girl was taken to a clinic to have her wound treated. The cost was high due to the severity of her injury. As she worried, the guard paid the fee, saying the general had instructed him to. The girl couldn't help admiring how thoughtful the general was. She handed the guard a simple jade pendant to pass on to him. The guard almost refused because of its roughly made quality, but then the sky opened up with heavy rain. He had to hurry back to camp. However, the general had already left for the front lines. The guard fell to his knees in despair. The sudden downpour would cost them many troops, and might even bring misfortune to the general. Heartbroken, he cried out his name. The general coughed awkwardly, but the guard thought he was seeing a ghost and wept even harder. Seeing this, the general immediately explained he wasn't dead. Before setting out, he had remembered the girl's warning and decided to postpone the plan. Meanwhile, the girl noticed several thugs following her. She deliberately led them to a remote wooded area. Just as they were about to attack her, stones began raining down from the sky. Soon, their leader was buried under falling rocks. He begged for mercy and promised never to trouble her again, yet the girl knocked him out cold. The leader limped back to town. When people heard what happened, they believed the mountain god was helping them get rid of the troublemakers, and bowed toward the mountain to show their gratitude. At that moment, the girl saw her merit had increased.